Okay, so round 2 now. Looking at pretty good hand. We have all our mana. We can play everything. We have a removal spell. Yeah, so we'll see. Gansta Hippie we're playing against. He seems to be thinking a lot here in the beginning. Yeah. Okay, so now we can choose to keep. Welcome, Gansta. Yeah, we're probably not going to lose some time if our opponent is this slow. So we have good mana. Our cultivator drones can ramp us towards some late game. We have the blinding drone, which works well together with the cultivator drone, and the complete disregard is enough for maybe a late 7, 8 and 5 life if we get to that. So unless we do it like last game and draw, I think it was about 15 lands and 6 spells, I think this looks pretty good. Okay, facing red something. The first match was red blue. No, red green aggro and white. Yeah, it was. Let's see. Okay, so we have a 2-drop now. 2 2-drops. Depending on what our opponent does. We could go more aggro and play the Scour. Yeah, I'm pausing pretty hard now because our opponent is thinking a lot. Okay, did he keep a 1-let? No. Okay, he plays everything second main. Yeah. Red green. What is he thinking about? What can have changed so much since last? Okay, so I'm going to pause pretty hard here because I don't know what our opponent is doing. Maybe this is the first time he's playing Magic Online or something. So we can curve out now. Drawing 1 more mana, we can play 2 2-drops next turn. Otherwise we play a drone and then we can play the 2 2-drops the turn after that or something. So our curve looks pretty good. We have only used 19 seconds and our opponent is already down under 20, so maybe he has a string of lines which he could go from here. I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of waiting. He has not played anything else. 18 for 24, yeah. But I guess if you're new to Magic Online, maybe all the triggers and the clicking OK and stuff is hard. Still doesn't do anything. I guess. I mean, we're tapped out, so it doesn't matter if he plays anything first or second main. Okay, so we're back to us. 4-drop. Yeah, playing the drone triggers the Scourer, and we have more mana for next turn. So missing the land drop here, but it doesn't matter that much. Yeah, as you see, he is still thinking about everything I do, so I will try to remember to pause as much as I can. Yeah, I don't know if he wants to remove the Scourer as a response maybe to the trigger. It doesn't seem that way, because it should involve tapping some lands, I guess. Yeah, if our opponent isn't doing anything and is thinking this long, and we have a pretty good deck, I can only see us losing by maybe totally flooding again, or getting very mana screwed in 2 games or something and just dying to a random creature, because we're already 10 minutes ahead on the clock. So if this goes to 3 games or something, I don't see how we could lose that. Because our deck is pretty controlling. We have good blockers, we have good removal, we have tappers, and we have some flying creatures, so I don't really see how we're losing to red-green if they're not doing anything. Okay, so finally I got to attack. Our opponent wasted 2 or 3 more minutes. They are not disconnected, because that I've watched, so they are actually just thinking way too long for their own best. Next turn we can go Gravity Negator if our opponent does nothing. Otherwise we could also go Tide Drifter Drone, or if we really need to, Complete Disregard attack. Tapping 4 lands and then not doing anything. Maybe they were just going to take a tap and not play anything. They have 6 cards. So, what is going on? Yeah, I don't really know. It feels like I should just pause the whole game and maybe play this out myself. I'm a bit... Okay, so he played the Woodland Wanderer. That took him 2 minutes. I mean, it's a Converge spell. Maybe that was hard. I don't know. It dodges... Okay, so we can Oblivion Strike that guy. Pretty good draw. We're still we're still missing our land drops, and we're not getting in for a ton, but removing that Trample Vigilance guy seems pretty good. Yeah. And then, yeah, I wouldn't mind drawing maybe 1 more land, so we can do multiple things each turn. Maybe play a 3-drop and a 2-drop or something. Another drone and a drifter or something. Removal plus drone, etc. Yeah, as you see, everything I do takes our opponent about a minute to respond to, so this could go this could go all the way down to the time, actually, even though we have played. I mean, we have all our original minutes left on the clock almost. So yeah, you have 5 mana, 5 cards. Taps mana again. What could it be? Harvest the Troll. That's not a good card. So we're probably playing against someone that's just started playing Magic, I guess, because they're not... they don't seem that used to Magic Online, because if you have played some Magic Online, you know that you have to pick up the pace, because you lose a lot of games just by running out your own clock, and then you have to time using F6 and F4 and so on. Because then I remember when I started playing, I always felt like my clock ran a lot faster than my opponent, because I did not know about all the shortcuts. But now I try to use them all the time, just because it's so unfortunate to be ahead maybe 1-1 in a game, and it seems like you surely are going to win if this goes all the way, and then you just lose because you have like 1 or 2 minutes less left on the clock. So really important to try to play fast, and sometimes when you try to play too fast you skip stuff, so that's not happening in real life Magic. That's why Magic Online is a bit weird. Sometimes you just happen to press F6 by misfortune, and yeah, then you can lose your whole turn or skip your attack step or something. Okay, plays a cohort guy and something else. Okay, so our opponent is down to 10 minutes. We are still on 23. Okay, so he will fight the tapper. Yeah, I think since there are more board stalls and more creature decks, the unnatural aggression has actually gone up some in how good it is. It was pretty bad in Battle for Zendikar, but that was mainly because there was a huge issue with green overall, but there were also where you could just get wrecked by a removal spell or a pump spell, so it didn't really find a home. Okay, so now we can go Tidrifter and Negator. Or drone and attack with the drone, but I think getting the flyer out is good, because then if we play something else with 3 or more power, we can lift it into the air, and as we see, the flyers are very effective. Wouldn't mind to have 1 or 2 more of the blue flyers in this deck, the 2 for that exile stuff or something, just because this plays out pretty similar as the white-blue decks did in Battle for Zendikar. You can gum up the ground with pretty good blockers and fly over with the flying creatures. He has a 4 or 5. Could have a trick, but I think the red trick costs 2 mana, and if he wants to trade that card for Tidrifter, I guess we're even on mana at least, even though I would like the Tidrifter to survive, but this could also be a bluff attack, so I think I'm going to block. I think there is something plus, what can it be, 2 plus something and trample, or... Yeah, he seems to have that one. It's a new... I don't know the name of all the new pump spells yet, but I think there's a red one that pumps and gives trample. Okay, so he has paid a cost, but okay, yeah, the brute strength. Oh, it's +3 +1. Okay, got some damage through. Okay, this one we can use during combat later. So pretty clear attack. We have the drone waiting as a blocker, and mid combat we can grasp the troll and go winning out of that exchange. We don't have to pay anything, because if he blocks he will only jump, so yeah, I guess I'm clicking something just to move forward. Well, no, we're not going to pay. Yeah, and it seems like this could be a game where our opponent loses on time, but it feels like nonetheless that our deck is better and we should win against this type of deck. Red-green is not a favorite in this format for me. and I think blue-black is stronger. Blue is a better color, black is a better color. And green, even though green has gotten better, I don't think it's that much better here that it evens the colors out. It's still the worst color overall. Okay, so now we can do something. We can kill the 2/2 or something in response. Yeah, and I think he misclicked support too. He might have actually clicked on the cultivator drone. Yeah, we got a counter. Sweet. Okay, so yeah, maybe this proves that he's new to Magic Online. I have surely done a lot of mistakes with misclicks and stuff. What can we board? He played like some stompy creatures and combat tricks. Okay, drawing any black mana, this hand is very good. Not drawing black mana, then it can be a bit problematic. Okay, more blue mana. We have 2 colorless lands that fixes mana, and we have more swamps than islands, so should be able to get there. And we could just stall with the 05s and stuff until our opponent's time runs out, because it sure looks like it will. But it's more fun, even against this type of opponent, to try to win in time. Either way. Hmm. 2-1 won't do much. I guess he can pump it. No, he's playing something. The 2-2. Yeah, and this card I think has also gotten better. Because since there are more creature fights and more board stalls. We could actually have played... yeah, but we can block and remove something. Yeah, that's probably better. Block, during combat, tap the creature and remove the other guy, and then next turn play a land. No, this is too early. Move to block, declare blockers. We have to declare it first. And I don't think we're going to go that late that the +5/+5 is relevant, so I'm taking out the cohort first striker here, because he could maybe pump it and trade for something. I could also see destroying the 2/2, but him getting to 8 mana, I don't know how relevant that is. We could play the Scourer too, yeah. Try to use our mana. Yeah, and we tap the new guy. Yeah, that's why I like the lands that are like a waste, but they have upside. Because even if this land helps us with all the tapping effects, the pumping effects, the flying effects, but it also produces all our colors, so very good land. in this type of deck. Yeah, now we have our beater out, the Havoc Sower. And it seems like we should win from here. We can tap down, if he plays creatures now, we can tap them down, keep attacking. He will only have a 2/2 to block. We can play a 3/5, keep on attacking. We can draw 2 cards. Here comes something. That if it's a creature, we're just going to tap it down. Yeah, Embodiment of Fury, very good card. 4/3 trample for 4 with only 1 red symbol is very good. And then the upside of landfall, getting a 3/3 with haste is also very good. Yeah, he has a 2/2 left back. So we will get in for a bunch of damage here. Play land, play creature. And attack you for 5 at least. And later we could pump the sour multiple times actually. And as you saw earlier, the Kozilek's translator is wrongly coded, programmed on Magic Online so far. It does not work as it is supposed to. I guess we're just tapping down the embodiment again, and if he wants to attack with the 3/3, we have a blocker for it. So, and his time is under. We're still on 20 minutes almost, and he is under 5. So yeah, this is a good lesson for anyone that is new to Magic Online. That really, it's good to learn the hotkeys and use them accordingly. When you know you can't do anything, at least, and you want to just be able to respond anyway, you can yield until you can respond. That's F4, I think. I have other hotkeys closer to each other. And then the classic F6 if you're just passing the turn and want to save time. And also have a hotkey for the OK when you're like holding up a counter spell or something, then that you still doesn't have to go with the mouse and click OK, because it takes like triple the time. Okay. That's a really good card. The 5/4 Vigilance Trample, one of the best green commons. Super effective. Good stats. Evasion. Vigilance is relevant because its toughness is making it a very good blocker as well. If it was like a 5/2 or a 5/3, it would die easily, but now it actually survives most of the... And now, okay, yeah, I should have played the Cultivator Drone there. To pump the flying guy. But I still think we are winning this. Yeah, we got the jump out of the 2/2. We still can block the embodiment. And now we can draw some cards. Yeah, when it's tapped and you use its sorcery, then it looks like it works. The Ruin Processor is game. He will not be able to get around that. And if he decides to attack with the... Okay, the 5/4 will attack, but if he decides to tap the embodiment, then I think we're pretty likely just to... Okay, Science Summoner. Also a good green common. So this is what has happened with green within the block, the oath block. It's more on par with other colors, but it's still not good in battle. So it seems, yeah. Now our opponent is actually trying to speed up, but it's too late. It's way too late to speed up now. Yeah, we get some damage. We don't even have to play the Ruin Processor. We could just play Dominator Drone, Cultivator Drone, Attack in the Air, and have the Processor as backup. Yeah, it just makes our next attack lethal if our opponent doesn't play many more creatures. Yeah, I think that's fine. Trigger the flyer, trigger the Dominator Drone, enter the ability effect, play another creature, trigger the flyer again. Now you see the bug again. It weirdly taps itself and then untaps again. Pretty funny. So we attack with a 5/5 and a 3/3 flying. He will have to jump the 5/5. I did this main phase now because the translator doesn't work. Otherwise I would wait to pump, obviously. Until I really have to. And even if our opponent gets some damage in next turn, we play a 7/8, get 5 life, and attack for the win, I think. Okay. Yeah, our opponent is not that good. There's no reason for him to throw away those two, I think. Now, I mean, it's a good trade for us. I think his only chance was to get more creatures on the board, not throw away his whole team. But he could be under stress now also because his clock is down to 1 minute. Okay, that's a pretty good rare actually. 4/4/4/4 works well with landfall. Play additional lands and so on. So the effect doesn't harm the mana base. Pick something up, play another one. Yeah, we have a free block here, and I think it's a double block because now our double block here is good because he will only get to kill one of our creatures and we kill his big creature. His double block was lose 2 of his good creatures for 1 of our. So yeah, that's also relevant, blocking. Okay, so we'll play this out. We might not kill him this turn. I mean, we have 16 minutes left. We have 20 life almost. And now we're just attacking with everything. And he can block the 3/3 and go to 1. But yeah, that doesn't help much. And then he will lose during his turn now on time. I don't think we actually will have time to get in the lethal attack. Maybe he skips the turn, no. But as you see on the board, he has 1 life and we will win next turn either way. Just sending in the flyer is actually enough. Yeah, so now